In this video, you will uncover the secret wisdom of Jesus that reveals how activating your pineal gland can elevate your consciousness and awaken higher awareness. In the depths of ancient spirituality lies a covert wisdom, a mystical teaching that reveals how to unlock the true potential within your being. This wisdom, often hidden behind parables and sacred texts, points us to the incredible power of the pineal gland. Today, we embark on a journey to unveil the transformative secrets of this little-known treasure, connecting you to higher awareness, spiritual awakening, and the essence of Christ consciousness. As we explore this ancient knowledge, we'll discover that the true temple of God is not found in grand cathedrals or distant heavens. It resides within each of us. The phrase, "Christ is within you," speaks of a profound truth. The path to awakening begins with the activation of the pineal gland, a small pine cone-shaped gland nestled deep within the brain, often referred to as the third eye, the gateway to enlightenment. In the depths of ancient traditions, a treasure trove of secret wisdom has existed, hidden in plain sight. This precious knowledge thrived across cultures, but was often shrouded in mystery, preserved in tales, parables, and sacred writings to protect it from those who would seek to suppress it. While these texts remain available to us today, their deeper insights are intended only for those open enough to grasp their significance. Even within the pages of the Bible, tantalizing clues lie waiting for those willing to see beyond the surface. Among these revelations is the powerful statement, "Christ is within you," revealing a stunning truth. The true temple of God is not a physical structure, but resides within our very beings. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover an ancestral secret shared by various spiritual paths worldwide. We'll dive deeper into the art of awakening the pineal gland, also referred to as Christ consciousness, offering a perspective that transcends previous discussions in our videos. I appreciate you joining us on this exploration. Let's talk about the activation of the holy oil, or Christ consciousness, nestled within the brain. Inside our skull, there's a region called the claustrum, situated centrally in the head. From the claustrum flows a vital secretion known as spinal fluid. Think of it as divine oil. This liquid originates in the cerebrum, where, in ancient times, it was revered as Christos. This sacred fluid travels down the spine, moving gradually until it reaches the sacral plexus, the second-to-last segment of the vertebral column. The journey this secretion undertakes down the spinal cord to the sacral region showcases the beautiful design of the human anatomy. After all, the spinal cord is essentially an extension of the brain, reflecting how our consciousness descends from the celestial realm into the physical world. Remarkably, this process ties back to the beloved Santa Claus mythos, a representation of the fluid descending like Santa traveling down chimneys, delivering gifts that symbolize spiritual awakenings and deeper consciousness. Once activated, a unique phenomenon occurs each month when the moon aligns with the position it held at your birth, bringing forth a germ or seed planted in the solar plexus, just above the sacral plexus. This seed is a universal creative force, the essence from which all life emerges and within which all existence thrives. The oil settles in the sacral plexus, awaiting a moment of germination. This occurs monthly, a cycle repeated 12 times a year. As the moon takes its place in the zodiac sign of your birth, this germ symbolizes the birth of Christ in Bethlehem, as the solar plexus bears the same name, a sacred birthplace. This holy seed, this precious oil, seeks to return to its origin within the midbrain. As it rises through the spinal column, its vibrational frequency intensifies. Early on, this oil manifests in the pineal and pituitary glands, the dual embodiments of masculine and feminine energies, which cultivate the spiritual offspring born in the solar plexus within every individual. The oil travels through specific nerves known in the Indian chakra system as Ida and Pingala. The Pingala represents the nerve linked to the pineal gland, symbolizing honey and a positive electric charge, while the pituitary gland connects with the Ida nerve, associated with milk and a magnetic charge. This enchanting story parallels the conception of Christ in Bethlehem, intertwining the energies of male and female, Joseph and Mary. The oil that flows from the brain is often referred to as manna from heaven, where heaven signifies the elevated region of our heads, the dome, where the torso is likened to the heavens. The heart area, alongside the heart chakra, has been called by many names, Midgard or the Middle Garden, while the area of desire was depicted as Sodom and Gomorrah, symbolizing animalistic cravings. In contrast, the Garden of Eden and the land flowing with milk and honey depict the heights of paradise located above us. Interestingly, the pineal gland is known for producing a yellowish, honey-like fluid that contains dimethyltryptamine, DMT, while the pituitary gland secretes something resembling milk. Thus, it is said that the land of paradise flows with milk and honey. This fluid flows down and eventually reaches the sacral plexus, where it patiently awaits the seed to germinate 12 times a year. If we successfully transmute this seed, empowering it to ascend through the spinal column, it eventually reaches critical brain regions, the medulla oblongata, pons, and mesencephalon. Notably, it crosses the vagus nerve, also referred to as the pneumogastric nerve. This vital nerve, stretching from the brainstem to various organs, including lungs and stomach, forms a network referred to as the Tree of Life. As we understand this journey, it's clear that the seed born in Bethlehem symbolizes Christ consciousness, illuminated each month. Avoiding actions that drain the vitality of this oil, like excessive ejaculation, unhealthy eating, high stress, and negativity, enables one to retain this vital substance. When preserved, the oil can ascend through the heart chakra to the throat chakra. Through meditation, thoughtful breathing, a balanced diet, and nurturing a peaceful mind, we can elevate this divine oil. As it rises, its vibrational energy amplifies, eventually crossing the vagus nerve near the upper spine as it navigates through the 33 vertebrae. This poignant journey resonates with the crucifixion of Christ at age 33. When this oil reaches the upper spine, it meets the optic thalamus, an oval-shaped structure at the center of our head. The crossing of the oil at the vagus nerve is symbolic of crucifixion, representing the death of physical consciousness. At this moment, one can transition into the spirit, embodying divine consciousness, unlocking the kundalini, and rejuvenating both body and mind. The oil isn't extinguished. Its potential transforms, amplifying nearly 1,000-fold to touch the optic thalamus for 2.5 days, equivalent to a lunar cycle, where it may seem dormant, resembling the death of Christ, resting in the tomb of the cerebellum. On the 3rd day, this oil rises to connect the pineal gland with the optic thalamus, illuminating both the thalamus and the pineal gland, the central eye often referred to as the throne of God. It reverberates with the crystals surrounding the pineal gland, awakening our higher consciousness, the Christ consciousness or divine consciousness. This sacred center is at the pinnacle of our body, representing the temple of the living God, the very essence of life itself, the breath of life that exists within us all. The pineal gland stands as the apex of this temple. In ancient times, the optic thalamus was celebrated as the light of the world by the Egyptians and Greeks. They understood the oil's journey, recognizing that it would eventually rise. They believed that spiritually enlightened beings would help guide this ascension, illuminating the optic thalamus. The essence of Christ represents a resurrection and rebirth within each of us, occurring at the right moment. When this oil is refined and elevated, it transforms into a life force so potent it supersedes physical death. Inwardly, this process can activate millions of dormant brain cells, awakening them and inferring a multitude of practices that can harm this sacred fluid, such as excessive indulgence in alcohol or poor dietary choices, as well as inappropriate sexual behavior at the wrong time. The ancients recognized that the tree of life embodies vitality. By neglecting the sacred oil and leading a reckless lifestyle, we can diminish our essence, consuming all its vital energy. Understanding this oil and learning how to elevate it is crucial for attaining enlightenment and connecting to higher consciousness. The wisdom passed down through time holds that by committing to nurture and elevate this seed, one's lifespan could be significantly extended. Ancient sages who safeguarded these teachings were believed to live for centuries or even millennia. A careful examination of the Gospels reveals all scriptures speak to this profound truth. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness. The light of the world resides in the optic thalamus. If your eye is single, your whole body will be filled with light. Matthew 6:22. Keep your eye focused, for if your eye is dark, your whole being will be engulfed in darkness. The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are clear, your whole body will be filled with light, but if your eyes are murky, your entire being will be shrouded in darkness. Matthew 6:22-23. This eye has long been acknowledged as the third eye, the spiritual eye. For many who challenge this idea, they often attend church with the belief that Jesus Christ is merely a historical figure, bound to return physically to save humanity. They may think that salvation lies outside of themselves. The truth, however, is markedly different. The Apostle Paul spoke of the sacred secret existing within each of us, the Christ who resides internally. The kingdom of God is not situated elsewhere, but lies within. Christ's teachings beckon us not to search externally, stating, "The kingdom of God cannot be witnessed with mere eyes." Instead, we come to understand that the kingdom of God resides internally, invisible to the naked eye. It's vital to recognize that you are the universe. The kingdom of God is indeed within you, and finding it is an inward journey. Unless one can elevate that energy and raise the holy oil through all chakras, especially the lower ones that reflect sexuality, envy, power, greed, and wealth, true spiritual transformation remains elusive. Maintaining constant focus on the lower chakras indicates an individual is continually partaking in the fruit of the tree of life. This highlights the importance of elevating this oil, allowing for transcendence beyond the lower mind. Our mission is to channel and uplift the sacred oil, the Christ seed within us, guiding it to the center of the head. The Bible is rich with allegorical teachings, emphasizing that its essence reveals a profound inner journey, not merely a historical narrative. At its heart, it describes spiritual transformation, the birth, death, resurrection, and rebirth of Christ. This story transcends a bygone figure. It represents an inner transformation accessible to all. Awakening the Christ within ignites profound changes in body and spirit, unlocking pathways to enlightenment and self-realization. Once the oil reaches the optic thalamus, it sparks the creation of new blood, leading to healing. Until this occurs, toxic energies stagnate in our physical vessels. For true healing, this oil must rise to the optic thalamus, which reawakens countless dormant brain cells, ushering a connection to the divine. This transformative journey enables both physical renewal and spiritual revitalization, allowing one to experience higher consciousness and integrated clarity. Such knowledge is immensely powerful, but it demands practice to resonate deeply. Don't let it remain an abstract concept. Engage with it meaningfully over the course of a year. The process is simple. Track the lunar phases, noting when the moon is in alignment with the sun's position at your birth. Each month during this lunar phase, marvelous oil is produced, descending through the spine to manifest at the base. When ready to elevate again, Focus on raising your frequency and preserving your essence. This sacred fluid nurtures your vitality and energy. Premature release of this fluid can zap your strength and vitality. Retaining your life essence nurtures longevity, safeguarding your core energy. From the moment of your birth, count 72 hours, equating to 3 full days. During this period, abstain from sexual relations and, most critically, refrain from ejaculation. Concentrate on deep meditation and nourish yourself with living, fresh foods, favoring greens and juices over red meats and processed items to ensure a vibrant, wholesome diet free from artificial enhancers. Throughout these 3 days, engage in consistent meditation or, at the very least, maintain a calm and positive mindset. Pay special attention to your dreams during this time. After the 72 hours, the central region of your brain will light up and the pineal gland will awaken. Remember, this journey stretches over a year, with each month offering an opportunity for the seed to flourish, recharge, and amass energy. According to ancient writings, after a full cycle of this practice, your consciousness may rise to a level known as christening, a personal awakening deeply rooted in your truth, independent of anyone else's beliefs. If you found this exploration of Jesus' secret wisdom and activating your pineal gland enlightening, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more transformative content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below with the phrase, "I'm ready to awaken," to let us know you're on this journey with us. Thank you for watching, and remember to keep seeking your higher awareness.